The most dangerous people are not the loudest, but those who move in silence, hiding power that others will never see coming. That's the kind of power the chosen ones possess. Quiet yet commanding, calm yet unbreakable. And when the world underestimates them, targeting them with manipulation, deceit, or control, they make a mistake they can never take back. Here's the fact. Those who dare to attack the chosen never walk away unscathed. They think they're playing a simple game, but they have no idea they're stepping into a battlefield that tests their mind, spirit, and everything they stand for. They come with tricks and half-baked schemes, convinced they have the upper hand, only to find themselves outmatched by someone they couldn't even fully understand. Targeting a chosen one isn't just a tactical error. It's a complete miscalculation of the strength that comes from surviving in silence, from thriving without applause. And by the time they realize the depths of their mistake, they're left wondering how they got it so wrong. Because messing with the chosen is like lighting a match near dynamite, never realizing the explosion was waiting for them all along. Number 1, misjudging your silence as weakness. They made the classic mistake, thinking that your silence meant you would crumble under pressure. To them, silence is weakness, something to exploit, a sign that they've gained the upper hand. But they completely missed the truth. Silence is a weapon, a strategy, and the ultimate power move for someone like you. It's not the silence of surrender. It's the kind of silence that watches, observes, and calculates, waiting for the right moment to strike. While they were busy running their mouths, feeling confident that they'd cornered you, they had no idea you were already planning your next move. They threw jabs thinking they were pushing you into a corner, but in reality you were mapping out the entire game. They mistook the absence of your response for a lack of strength, but it was really your restraint, your ability to not react impulsively. You let them think they had the advantage, watching as they revealed their intentions and weaknesses. Then, when they least expected it, you flipped the script. Your response, when it came, was like a thunderclap, sudden, direct, and devastating. It wasn't loud or flashy, but it hit where it hurt, exposing every flaw they thought you hadn't noticed. By the time they realized what was happening, they were caught off guard, scrambling to understand how their carefully laid plans fell apart. What they didn't understand is that the chosen ones have mastered the art of timing. They know that silence can be more intimidating than any words. Silence lets your opponent reveal themselves while you become a mirror, reflecting their own arrogance back at them. They targeted you, thinking they'd found a soft spot. Instead, they triggered a force that moved with precision and purpose, leaving them stunned, defeated, and wondering how they never saw it coming. Number 2, underestimating the power of solitude. They thought you'd be an easy target when you were alone, assuming that isolation would weaken you, make you desperate for their approval or support. They figured that without a crowd, you'd be vulnerable, someone who could be swayed, manipulated, or broken down. But they couldn't have been more wrong. What they missed is that solitude is where you become your strongest. It's where your mind sharpens, where your intuition becomes razor sharp, and where you learn to thrive without the noise and validation that others constantly seek. While they depend on social circles to keep their confidence afloat, you don't need that. In fact, you welcome the quiet because it's where you find clarity. In solitude, you analyze their moves, spot their insecurities, and understand their weaknesses without the distractions that would blind most people. Alone time isn't your Achilles heel. It's your edge, the place where you regroup and grow while they're busy seeking approval from others. They underestimated how comfortable you are with your own company, and that's why their plan fell apart. They thought you would come running for support or crumble under pressure, but instead you went inward, drawing on reserves of strength they never knew you had. They couldn't understand how you could stand firm without anyone cheering you on, how you could hold your ground when they thought they had isolated you. By the time they realized their mistake, it was too late. You came back stronger, more focused, and more resilient than ever, while they remained dependent on the opinions of others. They thought you were weakened by being alone, but really, it was the place where you became untouchable. Their attempts to break you only pushed you deeper into the space where you draw your real power, making them regret ever thinking isolation would be your downfall.